going to call the January 6th, 2025 special meeting of the Woodbridge Board of Education to order at 7:05 p.m. I'll call the roll. Jay Daya.
Here.
Sarah Beth Delpreet.
Here virtually.
Thank you. Lauren Francesi.
Here.
Brooke Hopkins, not yet signed in. Jeff Hughes.
Here.
Stephen Lawrence.
Present.
Mike Strambler.
Here.
Aaron Williamson.
Here.
And I'm Lynn Piazza, Chair. Staff in attendance this evening: Ms. Vonda Tenza, Superintendent; Ms. Donna Coonan, Director of Business and Operations; and Ms. Marcia DeGennaro, Clerk of the Board. Our purpose of our special meeting tonight is to adopt the 2025 budget. So we received that budget back, 2025, 2026. Did I say 2025, 2025?
Just said 2020.
2025, 2026 budget, which the board received back at a special meeting in December. Sorry, I forget the date. 9th. On the 10th, the budget was discussed again at the Finance Committee, and then we had our regular board meeting on the 16th of December, where questions that had been presented by board members were responded to by Donna and Vonda. And I'm assuming, I have not heard, but I don't believe there were any additional questions that were submitted. Is that correct?
We have not had any further questions. I
Okay.
did not receive any either.
Okay, so that being said, I'm going to make a motion. I move that we adopt the 25-26 budget as submitted by the administration. Do I have a second? Stephen, Aaron, everybody?
Is this the document that will go, so the one we received today will go to the town?
Yes, it's the exact same document that we looked at in the December 16 meeting.
No changes, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I had just one suggestion.
Okay, so we have a motion. I made the motion. Stephen, we're going to put you on record as seconding it, and now we'll have discussion.
Very quick question. So I saw that you put a chart on budget increases, and I'll tell you what page it was on, 5. What I would suggest is to change that last thing. So you've said something like 6.11% is the increase, and I like it that you've put 1.59% of that increase is adding 5 staff members. I would sort of say there's an additional transportation increase that you couldn't do anything about, and then there was an out-of-district placement in that as well, and that will lower those to what would be in line with previous years. So those were 2 exceptional items when I look at it, because when you take a look at previous year's contracts, the transportation increase hasn't been at the level that was negotiated this time around. So if you're going to talk about these fixed changes, I would maybe put that in. So I put in transportation and out of district, and that lowered it to about a 3% increase, which is about inflation. That's the way I saw it.
So I think maybe listening to what you said, maybe I would just do a new chart.
Yeah, just to show that if we put in these 2 other things, we're down to about 3%, which is about inflation. As I take the CPI. And that's the other question I had. What are you using for inflation, CPI? Or?
I just Googled the Bureau of Labor and Statistics,
Labor, okay.
New England, very general.
Okay, that's fine. Because I was trying to track it with inflation and CPI, and neither of them were
It's getting you right
in,
there, yeah.
were fitting it in, but it's fine. But I really do like that chart. I think it's really good to see that relative.
There's really
the
no
real-
increase other than inflation.
Right,
yeah.
the real price change has been very, very small in terms of the education cost on an annual basis. So if you take the cumulative, I believe the cumulative worked out to about 0.8%, which is really, really low. That's in real terms, I think.
Right.
Real terms is the way we should talk.
Right. And we're experiencing that in repairs to our building that are coming up, and we're feeling that.
Yeah, so I think overall, I don't see anything in this budget that's unusual in any regard. I see it being very tight. I see it very tight. So I would request that the town do approve the entire budget in this case. It's very, very tight. I don't see much leeway here.
Yeah, thanks for that comment, Jay, appreciate it. I'm going to just, before I move on, make note that Brooke Hopkins, board member, has joined us remotely at 7:09 PM. Okay, any other comments, questions on the motion?
I have a question, and it's really just a, is it better or not, type of question.
You don't have to
So I lost my
I'll repeat it
voice.
for you. I'll repeat it
I
for
actually
you.
lost my voice. Does it matter, do we want to note that the para-educators were for special education? And I only ask that because that's required by law, and there's different laws around that.
I recall when we have our presentation to the town, I recall your comment that we will say, as required by IEP and
I
to
just think
keep
that's
in,
important for people
Yeah.
to understand that that's a
Yes.
legal requirement.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
not like a,
Yeah, we just didn't do it willingly.
Right.
And we will revise the presentation that we make. We'll tweak it a little bit more for the boards.
okay.
That's a fixed cost. That's, I think, what you're trying to say, that it's not discretionary. It's
Right.
fixed.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you just wanted to.
Sound husky.
Exactly. It's nice. You should do that all the time.
Exactly.
Anything else? Seeing no other comments, Brooke or Sarah Beth, any other comments or questions?
I'm good, thanks, Leigh.
Hearing none. You all set, Brooke? I see you.
That's okay.
Okay. So because we have people remotely, I'm going to call the roll for the vote. Jay,
Yes.
Sarah Beth,
Yes.
Lauren,
yes.
Brooke,
Yes.
Jeff,
Yes.
Stephen,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
Aaron,
Yes.
and I vote yes, it's unanimous to adopt the 2025-2026 budget. So I want to take a moment and thank Vonda, thank Donna, thank the board members, the finance committee, the administration, the teachers who worked on the budget. It's an incredible feat. And it was a tough year because of, as has been pointed out to us, a variety of factors that we really don't have any control over. So I want to thank you publicly for the work that you've done, and we will move forward. We've requested that we meet with, present to the Board of Finance and the Board of Selectmen that first week.
21st
either
or 23rd. They offered us the first week or the second
23.
week.
And once we get that date set, we'll send out an email to board members. It's always nice to have board members in the audience supporting our budget. So if you can make it, that'd be great. I don't have anything else, so I'll call for a motion to adjourn at 7:14 PM. Aaron? And do I have a second? Jay? Motion made by Aaron Williamson, seconded by Jay Dyatt to adjourn at 7:14 PM. All those in favor, please raise your hand. Thank you. Sarah Beth, are you agreeing? I see your hand, Brooke. Okay, that's unanimous as well. Thank you all, and Happy New Year.